Welcome everyone to the very first MODSoc Connect. This event is run by the Ministry of Dance Society, and for those who are unsure of who we are and what we do, we are a society that aims to provide a comprehensive community for dancers of UNSW and act as a bridge for them in the wider dance community. We provide classes and workshops for choreography, street styles, and also studio styles throughout the year, along with many events such as battles and competitions such as this one right now. As COVID has put a wedge in many of not only our events, but many other dance events globally, we have created Connect as a platform for choreographers out there, not just locally, but around the world to safely and securely express their passion and creativity through their dance and showcase to everyone, so they don't miss out during this pandemic. Today on the stream, we are going to be watching the many choreography submissions of all the dancers who have participated as a solo or group entry alongside our judges, who will be introducing very soon, and they'll be deciding the winners for each category later on. But before I introduce our judges, first off, I would like to thank our sponsors ARC for making this event come to life. Without them, this competition could have never happened. So thank you very much to everyone who is on that team. All right, now it's time to introduce the amazing judges that we have so far. First off, we have joining us is one of Sydney's favorites, a common face around, especially everyone who goes to crossover. A dancer of 10 years who have delved into both the world of street styles and choreography. We got the one and only Valdi joining us. Valdi, can you say hi to everyone?
Yo, what's going on? Thank you very much. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Super keen to judge alongside these amazing dancers. It's going to be awesome. Really keen to see everyone's pieces tonight. I think we're going to be in a hell of a ride. So yeah.
Valdi. Next up, we got another dope choreographer, the director of KCC himself, joining us. We have Ray.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys? Super keen to be part of the event alongside both Valdi and Sella, both incredible movers and people. And yeah, just like Valdi, super keen to see everyone's pieces tonight and just see what everyone's created. And big shout out to UNSW for just creating platforms like this to be able to get us to create and move and share.
Thanks, Ray. And then definitely last but definitely not least, we have someone who has left a huge impact in the choreography scene, not just in Sydney, but all across the world, actually. Sella Vai, welcome.
Woo! Let's go.
Thank you so much for having me, for having us. I think it's really cool what you're doing, bridging that gap between whatever is happening with the pandemic, we still dance away anyway. So it's really cool to be a part of. Thank you.
Thanks for being here, guys. I'm sure you guys are keen and excited to see what everyone has prepared for us. There are a lot of great things coming up. Like, get excited. Honestly, this is all great. Before we start off with the solo category, would the judges want to, I guess, let the audience know what they've come to, what they're looking for in terms of judging?
Sure. I'll go first, just to kind of kick it off. So just to clarify for everybody out there, just to kind of give some insight of how the judges will be scoring this tonight. There's three main categories. There's going to be judging on creativity, technique, and performance. I think everyone can understand what those three entail. For each of us individually, obviously, we have our own interpretation of dance and movement and stuff. So that's going to be a really important part about this. I guess for me in particularly, those obviously are three big important stuff. But I think for me, I just want to kind of see how people kind of put a choreo piece, because generally this takes time. Choreography takes time to put together. And I think with that amount of time, it's how do you decide to get to this point? And so I think that's going to be a really important thing for me while watching tonight. Also, just a little disclaimer for everybody out there. As we noticed, there's some dancers that have submitted that are doing or might be doing styles that we might not be well versed in, which is, for starters, super awesome. It's super great to see other styles doing choreography and putting pieces together. However, I just want to clarify that, because we're not well versed in it, we will try to do our best to judge it at a very balanced level from our interpretation of dance, and not trying to judge it based on that style per se, because obviously we don't want to kind of make that decision because we are not of those styles. So hopefully that makes it clear for everybody. The guys will also put in their 2 cents as well. So I'm just going to pass it off to Ray.
Yeah, pretty much Vadi covered a lot of the ground. But in terms of me particularly tonight, I really love it when someone gets really creative with their pieces, and whether it be the solos or the groups. And I think it's one of the coolest things about choreography and dance just in general is that we're able to showcase and express parts of who we are and just what's going on in our lives. And obviously the initiative from UNXW is to be able to, for us to be able to dance and continue doing what we love during everything that's going on. So yeah, just really keen to see how everybody puts their own spin on where they're at right now and what they're doing, and just keen to see everyone's creativity come to life.
So you got anything you want to share?
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how people have, obviously this is not a live competition, so considering how their energy, performance, technique, creativity will translate through the camera, I think that's something that I'm really going to pay attention to as well. Yeah.
All right, thanks guys. Before we get started with our videos, just a quick reminder for everyone who's tuning in right now that there is a People's Choice Award. So basically, there's a link above me or in the chat or the Facebook event page where you guys can vote for which performance that you liked and enjoyed the most, and the winner of that for both categories get to win these MODSocs. So don't forget to vote throughout the stream, guys. Your vote counts. And with that done, let's just move on to the solo category. First off, we've got a submission called Naked by Dylan Go.
Awesome.
Shall play it right now.
Take away the big shirts, the tattoos, the sweatpants and Vans. Okay, I don't wear no makeup, no purse in my hands. My resting bitch face is mistaken for the mean girl. But what if I told you there's nothing I want more in this world than somebody who loves me naked? Someone who never asks for love but knows how to take it. Are you that somebody who sees a wall and breaks it? Are you ready to fight just to see what's lost behind my flaws? Can you love me naked? Yeah, 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 naked. Yeah, 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 naked. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was
wow.
so intimate.
Yeah.
Very.
That was really nice.
That was intense. Far out.
Yeah, 100%. Wow.
Yeah.
I
what
wish
did you
I
guys
thought it
think?
was a dance piece at the start because of how much Dylan took their time. So nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Really nice.
Very much less is more. Found that very brave.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys have anything, maybe feedback or anything else to share with Dylan?
I love the concept. I would love to see how that can be explored even further next time as well. Using like lying down, and Dylan's floor work was really seamless, the way they just kind of rolled around onto their knees, and then the seamlessness of like the hands landing to take the shirt off. That's what I really enjoy, rather than making it something really obvious. It was really nice.
No, I think it was really cool. I think that was a very unique and interesting concept to watch because, didn't really know where it was going to go. So I think it was a nice kind of like story in that, I suppose. That's the best way to put it. And just, I think something, again, I don't know how the videos were filmed in general. Were they meant to be portrait as well?
No, that was...
was that?
It was preferably landscape, but then I think everyone just went with what they...
Oh, that's cool. No, that's no problem. I think something else about doing videos is how you film it. And I think that's what kind of makes it even more interesting when you're doing a piece, because that can kind of influence how you interpret it and stuff like that. Like certain angles and ways you can watch it, especially because they're not meant to be cut or edited as well. So I think it's even more interesting how that was done, I suppose.
Yeah, very, very much less is more. But I found that really powerful because I found myself like almost like on the edge of my seat trying to figure out what was happening and where Dylan was going to take it. So I think just in terms of yeah, just the creativity and just the willingness to try something like that was really really cool to me. I think the only I guess constructive feedback is probably like similar to what Valdi said. Obviously, because it's portrait, half of the body's cut off. I mean, a lot of the choreo did seem quite top half heavy, but in saying that, if there was a better, whether it would be landscape or whether we could see a fair bit more, that would probably be the only thing. But yeah, what Stella said, like just the whole time, like even from the moment to the shirt coming off, it was just like I was drawn in. So really, really, really cool.
All right. Thanks, guys, and thanks, Dylan, for the submission. That was really intense, man. He wasn't kidding. Like, it really took me like the edge of my seat as well.
Yeah.
All right. To our next submission, we have it from Christy, and it's called "Wish You Were Here." Hope you guys enjoyed. This is actually filmed in a reels format, so which is very interesting.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride. Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
All right. What did you guys think about that one?
Let's go, Christy.
Yeah. Wow. So nice.
I feel like, yeah, just so much feeling in her movement. It's so nice to watch. It's really refreshing. And yeah, just like a nod to some hip hop foundations at the start was nice too. But yeah, just so much feeling. For me, it's really refreshing to watch.
Yeah, no, I thought that was great. And it's like seeing Christy like in classes and stuff like that, and to see now her making choreo is really awesome, just for starters. So, you know, amazing work, Christy. I think for any sort of like feedback or what maybe to experiment with is perhaps, how do I say? I did find that there were some bits where it's kind of like a safety move, I suppose, if that's the best way to put it, like somewhere you feel comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, those things, hence the term comfortable, you kind of retract yourself back to that position. So maybe just try to kind of be aware of it as you're doing choreo, because, you know, sometimes you forget what you've done 2/8 prior. So I think stuff like that is just good to kind of keep in mind.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat to Sally. I think just seeing her push something forward that evokes so much feeling, not just from us, but I think it's a piece that has a lot of feeling from her. At least it's how it seemed and what we watched. I really love the scenery too. I think I found that really cool that she went and found a really cool spot, and that it just kind of matched the piece in that way. So that was really really nice for me. Valdi's point's really really cool too. And just really on point, just surrounding like how, I guess if we're talking choreography, just structure and where the piece is heading, and how it obviously how it makes us feel, but also at the same time how we're able to watch it and go along with the story. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. It must be really exciting to see one of your students making choreo, Valdi.
Oh, not my student particularly. I've just danced with her.
Oh, really?
I just want to clarify that. She has taken class,
okay.
I'm pretty sure, but I'm also no. I've just seen her in other classes.
She's great.
Yeah, she's always pushing to learn and stuff like that. Really try go as much as you can. It's awesome.
So cool.
All right. Thank you, Christy. For our next submission, we've got Gareth Lim, choreographing to "Throw It Away."
We reached the ceiling. I had a feeling from the beginning. Must be the ending. I've been taking on all this baggage, adding on so much weight. Had me thinking that I was average when you really don't blame. How you gonna throw it away? How you gonna
Ooh, cool.
Thank you, Gareth. That was awesome, man.
Really
What is your
cool.
favorite?
I love his ear, Gareth's ear for music, like really great musicality. And not just musicality in terms of hitting beats. When I say musicality, I mean like listening to the song as a whole and acknowledging different layers, like the voice, the bass, all those little background So I really saw all of that. I would love to see Gareth, a little bit of feedback from me, see Gareth perform that, but really using your eyes and your focus to lengthen your lines and kind of enhance the performance a little bit as well. Yeah, but it was so good, Gareth. Nice job.
How about you, Valdi?
Yeah, no, Stella made some awesome points in that one. Yeah, I think the direction can really yeah, I think Stella said enhance the movement. I think that's a really good point, because I think it's generally easier to obviously dance with your arms and your legs and your body, but then you kind of like a mix of performance and technique and stuff, but really showing that direction gives it much more of like a purpose, and you're kind of like sticking to it as a little bit. And I think with that direction, your movements become a lot more concrete. You know, it's a lot more confidence in it, I suppose, as opposed to like if you're really not sure, it shows, you know. But I think for Gareth, that was awesome, man. The musicality was sick. I think, again, just with Christie's as well, like sometimes you could kind of see those comfort moves, and I think it's just a matter of just experimenting and stuff. But all in all, that was really good.
Yeah, these guys are so on it, which is great. And one thing that I found really cool was what Stella said. The fact that you showed me what I should be listening to in the piece when I'm watching you, is very powerful, and is something that's super important with choreography, because if you know what you're moving to, that's great, but if I'm not sure, then it means that the delivery of what you're trying to show us with the piece is off. So I think the fact that you could do that even if the commitment and conviction wasn't completely there with the movement shows that there's a lot of room obviously to grow, but at the same time you've got so much in your bag already, which is cool. But yeah, bro, I would love to see you really push, commit to it, commit to your moves a bit more, and just believe in it, because it's already all there, and I can see what you're going for, and we can hear it too, which is a big bonus, which is something that's really hard to attain. So yeah, keep pushing, bro. Great work.
Great work, Gareth. Thanks for the submission, man. Coming up next, before I mentioned how we wanted to connect people globally, and we actually received a Indian traditional piece from Pooja, which I'm very excited to see.
You.
that was so colorful, you know, in every way. Like, yeah. And some of the moves in there, like, you're just thinking from, yeah, an Indian traditional dance perspective. If I were to learn that, I'd really struggle with that floor work move, and especially that last spinning move, and just to keep the energy up that whole time was amazing. Pooja, I loved it. I loved it so much. So cool.
Yeah, that was dope. I think the performance value of that was really nice. That was just like a great piece to just kind of get into. I love watching like traditional style, like cultural dances and stuff like that. I think there's just so much story and emotiveness in it. So I think that was like really awesome to watch. Again, this is not really my expertise, so I can't really say too much about like technique wise. Creativity though, I think like it was nice to see a variety of movements. I guess if we were to take it away from the intent of the traditional dance, if you kind of want to go into more of a choreography sort of part, it could be just experimenting with how you get into those movements, maybe mixing or like kind of what's the best way of putting it? I guess it's just, yeah, I get again, because I don't know what her background is. I don't know what else she's learned, but if there's other things like that maybe she's entwined with, maybe just try to put it together, see how that can influence how you make your choreography decision. Again, not trying to make any comments about the traditional Indian dance, because I think like definitely not at my level, but yeah, all in all, that was really great to watch.
Yeah, 100%. In a similar boat with most of the videos where like the guys have kind of covered a lot of it. I think it's really amazing though to wear your culture on your sleeve, and in a context like this where it's pretty much up to you with what you want to put forward. So yeah, huge props, and very similar Valdi where I probably can't give too much feedback in regards to technique or anything else like that, because it's obviously very, very different and something that I wouldn't be well versed in. But yeah, so creative to be able to take that, and I loved how much you were moving. I think that was really cool. Just constantly moving across the floor.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Pooja. That performance was great. I think her smile is so contagious in this video.
So
yeah,
joyful.
so much, yeah.
Just didn't stop throughout the whole thing. That was amazing. Yeah, it was really refreshing to see something like that. Coming up next, we have a submission from Timothy Yo called Heathens. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Oh, wow, that was powerful.
Fuck.
Yeah, what you guys think?
Yeah, wow, so sick. My wife's actually pretty well versed with crumping, so it was really, really cool to see all the different techniques and all the language and everything else he was doing in that video. So Tim, that was crazy. Really, really big fan. And obviously not trying to be biased because my wife's the crumper, but it was just cool that like, I may not train too crazily in that style, but I guess it's almost like I guess just kind of being like in a front row seat, always watching her go and what she talks about and her training. So I think what you did with that piece is really sick too, considering it wasn't just your typical crump track. So I found that really cool, bro.
No, that was dope, man. That was both. I mean, it's definitely been a minute since I last trained in crumping, so I'll try to do the best that I can from my knowledge. I think it was super strong. Your combos and stuff are really nice and clean. Really kind of gives off that kind of the story behind the movements, which is I think is really cool. I guess again, this is like not something that I think you need to take upon. I think this is just my sort of interpretation, what I think could perhaps you could work with, experiment with, but I think maybe playing with a bit more grooves internally, because I know with Crump can be very like combo based and such like that. So I think grooves not only give you some time to breathe, but in doing that, it gives your actual combos more of an enhancement, because if you kind of go from one to another, it becomes like which is the impact point, you know what I mean? So if you let something kind of speak for itself, let it chill, let it calm down, let that kind of wave happen rather than it kind of seems like it just escalates and escalates. Maybe work with that. But yo, Tim, that was awesome, man. I think the Crump's amazing, so I think just keep working on it, man. And it was dope to see that put into like a piece. So yeah, good on you.
Yeah, I agree with both of the guys. Like, I think the song choice was really interesting. I'm not well versed in Crump myself, so to have seen it to that song, it really threw me off at first. It was so surprising in a good way, very unpredictable for a style that we know and we see it and we know what it looks like. But the moments where you did pause and have really the musicality choices, I think were really captivating. So yeah, love it.
I just wanted to add one last little thing. You've got some wonderful long limbs, my man, Tim. So definitely, obviously you use them well, but don't be afraid to use just your body and how you position yourself and your body language. I think we're taller, longer guys, so even just on what Valdi was saying, like how your grooves can enhance the piece. I think just how you position yourself. I know it's Crump, but I think just being able to like fully extend this as well, your torso and your base would then take it to another level, in my opinion.
Thanks, Tim. That was crazy, my guy. All right. Next up, we've got it's called Insane Sam Locking by Sam Chock.
I wonder what he's gonna do.
Oh, I know, right? What a mystery. Hope you guys enjoy.
Let's go, Sam.
Blow the dice for me. Put your pretty ass lips together, blow it real nice for me. Yeah, I'm trying to hit a lick and slide to the dealership in the morning. Wow, Papa need a brand new foreign. Hot hand, they're not gonna believe me, but check the recording. Ooh, just touchdown, up a few pounds. Big booty hoes meet me in the pit. Bar full of liquor, cash for the strippers. It's gonna get weird tonight, so no pictures. Playing motherfucker with some money to blow. I'm about to buy Las Vegas after this roll. I'm about to buy Las Vegas after this roll. Come on, 777, let's go. Yes,
Look at this, man.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Love that.
Yeesh.
That's some insane locking, Sam.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to start us off?
Yeah, just quickly for me, I love your groove. Like for me, a lot of the time, what I look for in grooves for people is like it bubbles up to here sometimes, and then this is cut off. But the way your neck and your head and you were just all like so in it, so it was so genuinely joyful for me. Yeah, I loved it.
No, yeah, Sam, like I love your style, man. I love your dancing. I've always enjoyed watching it. I think Stella made an awesome point. I think although we talk a lot about grooves being like a body internal thing, but obviously every part plays every part plays a really big thing in it all. And I think like your facials, your head movement and everything really just encapsulate that. You kind of just want to get down with it all. So I think that was really awesome. I think I like how you just had your time and you took some bits where you just took it to a different direction, played around with the styles and played around with the music. I love how you finished with the air pose, you know what I mean? So I think that was sick, man. Awesome job.
Yeah, they pretty much covered everything, but I think it was so cool that it reminded me similar to how I felt with Dylan's, where I just felt like I was kind of locked in the whole time because of how you were portraying yourself.
I get what you just did there.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, man, but it was so good. Had me just smiling the whole way through, and yeah, you were in it, bro. So good.
Damn it, Sam. That was a great piece, man. It was good to see you. All right. time to relax a bit on the next submission. We got one from Evelina. Someone to chill with. Very, very, very contrasting. But yes, someone to chill with by Evelina. Hope you guys enjoy.
Lately I've been searching for love in a different way. No, I don't want no strings attached. I know what I need to stay. Don't misunderstand my intentions. I like you, but honestly, I'd rather take a look around and see what's right for me. 'Cause I don't want any relationship. I'm looking for someone to chill with, someone who can make me weak with no strings on it. Not looking for the one and only. Don't need anybody, I got me. Just 'cause I'm alone don't mean I'm lonely. If you wait a second, I'll be ready in a minute. Wanna look pretty 'cause I liked you from the first time I saw you were online. And since you've been on my mind, and yeah, who knows, you might be as crazy about me as I be about you, yeah, about you.
Loved it. So nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, Evelina, that was so nice. Because I've taught you before as well, I just personally love watching your growth. But looking at that piece, the musicality is on. I would love to see some refinement in the hands a little bit more, but the groove in your body is incredible. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with Stella. Yeah, just the piece was so nice to watch and it flowed really, really nicely. Yeah, I think the moments when you did pause were the moments that really caught me as well, because there were a lot of, yeah, I guess just a lot of moments where it felt like it was flowing all the way through. And then when you paused and caught me with, yeah, with different musicality, it was really, really nice. So great job. Really great piece too.
Yeah, I think those are like pretty much, yeah, exactly my thoughts as well. I think the flow was really nice to just watch and kind of feel really calm in it. But yeah, as Ray mentioned, like those little pauses kind of takes it back. So it's not just kind of the same thing throughout it. It would be nice to see you maybe just play around with different ways of flowing, you know what I mean? As opposed to it being like a wave, maybe try to break it down, see how that feels, and then kind of see where that energy transfers. But all in all, Evelina, that was awesome. Good job.
Good job, Evelina. Thanks for the submission. Coming up next, we got from Emily Saunders, fully sick COVID choreo spelt with a double K.
Brilliant.
Hope you guys enjoy.
Bad boy, you know I like a bad, bad boy. I like a bad boy, you can't stop me. I love bad boys. Got a little attitude, but I think it's kinda cute. So hood, so good, so damn taboo. No, you know how to please me. Like it raw, baby, sashimi. Ooh, I like them tattoos and them gold teeth. Top to make me feel like I'm a baddie. I like the fire bringing out of me. Baby, something about him got me weak in the knees. Oh, that you guys, you be criminal. My mama won't see what I see, yeah. But I don't want it if it ain't bad enough. I don't know what it is, but I like a bad, bad boy. You know I like a bad, bad boy. I like a bad boy, you can't stop me. I love bad boys for life. I like a bad, bad boy. You know I like a bad, bad boy. I like a bad boy, you can't stop me. I love bad boys for life. As we proceed to give you what you need. Bad bitches wanna.
So much energy. I love it,
Yes.
Emily. I love the energy. I love like the strength. Yeah, I love the strength in it, and I love the floor work as well. Just very seamless, which is important for me for like any kind of floor work. So yeah, that's it from me.
Yes, 100% to the energy. From the moment it started, just felt like you just went, whoo, shot straight through it. So really, really sick. Only thing I would say, just just anticipating some moves. Whether obviously because it is choreography, but I guess yeah, just sitting in more into the pocket because it is your piece, and not feeling like you need to rush through to each move. But apart from that, great energy, and yeah, really brought it. Felt like a competition. So yeah.
Yeah. No, that was awesome, Emily. That was so good to see after seeing you in class and so many times. Really nice to see you mix in the styles that you've learned, like with breaking and such. Your performance level was really high. I really like the fact that you're into it, really showing off that confidence. I think for me, maybe just experimenting with a little bit more dynamics in your movements. Perhaps to clarify, I think maybe playing at a mid-ground level, mid-position level could really work, to see how you can kind of go from there. But all in all, that was awesome.
Thanks, Emily. From what I understand, she was actually sick with COVID right before she filmed this. So
Oh.
it was actually amazing to see
Gave her
how much
powers.
energy come out of her. Or just came out in one go.
Wow.
Yeah,
You just danced it out of her.
Yes.
she did. Great submission, Emily. All right, next up, we've got Elastic Hearts from Kara Wong. Hope you guys enjoy. Go, Kara.
And another one bites the dust. Oh, why can I not conquer love? And I might have thought that we were one. Wanted to fight this war without weapons. And I wanted it bad. But there were so many red flags. Now another one bites the dust. Yeah, let's be clear, I'll trust no one. You did not break me. I am still fighting for peace. But I've got thick skin and an elastic core. But your blade, it might be too sharp. I'm like a rubber band until you pull too hard. Yeah, I may snap and I move fast. You won't see me fall apart. 'Cause I've got a nasty heart. Oh no, no, oh, oh,
That was nice. That was a different one from what we've seen so far, Cara.
Yeah.
Really nice. From a contemporary perspective, I would love to see a little bit more groundedness, like kind of out of the round kick, out of the pencil turns, and then really solid in that parallel. But all I'm asking is for the same like incredible control that you have of your arms and your musicality, like so nice and so sharp and heavy and solid in there. So I just love to see that a little bit more in the legs and the plie. But yeah, beautiful, Cara.
Yeah, so nice to watch. Definitely don't have the training to give too much technical feedback, but I think there are a few points where you return to a similar point. I think I saw a few times where it felt like kind of like a reset. So yeah, I think just similar to things that might have been mentioned before, just surrounding structure and how the piece is going and how you want to tell the story. Because the moments when you took it and went back across the floor and everything else were so great. So it was great to watch. But yeah, I guess just trying to structure it a little bit better. But yeah, great work.
Yeah, like same here. Like obviously I'm not well versed in the contemporary area, but I think all in all the choreo was really nice to watch, really engaging. I think there was a lot of feeling and good performance in that. As Stella mentioned, I think the groundedness could work, and I think not just to like physically as well. I think there's a lot, and groundedness in the terms of like your arms, your legs, everything. There's a way you could kind of bring that back a little bit, and not get too far out and let go, if that makes sense. But I think yeah, it was really good to watch. Awesome.
That was awesome, Kara. Go MODSoc! Thanks a lot for your submission, Kara. That was amazing. All right, next up, we've got one from Carol Newman called Chances. Let's go, Carol. Hope you guys enjoy.
I wonder if you're mine. We're running out of time. Sorry, don't make it right. I wish I read the signs. You ain't one of a kind. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I ain't no hit it and quit it. Cause once I'm with it, I'm in it. Not afraid to admit it, I'm feeling good. But once you got it, you ghosted, then came right back like you own it. This ain't right and you know it, I'm feeling good. I gave you one too many chances. One too many. Gave you one too many chances. One too many.
Right. Yeah, so Carol, when the video started, I was thinking, oh, this is so soft and dainty, it's nice. And then you started and there was so much energy. So I love your energy. I love the way you speak through dance. You can see it through your whole body. One thing I would love to see more of is just finding those full stops between the sentences and really getting clear on those like certain arms or certain moments where you're doing grooves, which was really nice. So the way you flow through grooves is great. Just more full stops, but it was so good, Carol. Love your energy.
Yeah, very much similar to Sella when the song played. I don't know if it's just my assumption, but and then you came out and you went for it. It was so good. It got me right out of my I guess expectation, but it was so good. I'm very similar to Sella. I think finding those moments where you can really sit into your grooves because you actually got really great body movement, and your torso moves quite well and quite fluid. So yeah, just allowing yourself to sit into the grooves a bit more, and if anything, it provides the contrast with the textures that you're going for because you hit so hard, and being able to retract it and pull back, it would be so sick. So great work though, really really great work.
That was a really awesome set, Carol. I think Ray might have touched this point, but I think with those hard hits, it's really awesome. But I think kind of like just again with those dynamics, you don't want it to be sort of like this section is for like all these hard hits, and then this section is for all these slow bits. You kind of want to find. I know it's hard, but it's just finding that balance to kind of see where it fits most. So then when those hits, all those parts do hit, then it's like impactful. It's rarely like very much on purpose as opposed to trying to hit the musicality all the time. All in all though, that was real raw. I think that was really awesome.
Thanks, Vardy. And thanks, Carol. Carol's actually one of my mates. She only started dancing just a couple of months ago, so it's actually amazing to see her.
Wow.
So brave that she entered in this, and good on her because she did so well.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Good on you, Carol. We've got 2 more solo submissions left. So next up we have one of MODSoc, Ryder, featuring in a video called Vibes. Ryder Vibes, actually. Hope you guys enjoy.
She used to work at King of Diamonds on a Monday. Only hit the club on Saturday and Sunday. I used to pull up every week, you should've seen her. The way she did it, nobody could do it cleaner. I seen her in a suit for my birthday, and I can tell you the reason these niggas thirsty. Lil' mama getting it in all on the worst day. Lil' mama getting it in, she fit the school and the gym into a work day. I'm sprung, she got me doing the dishes. Hell a nigga down when the clip was to an extension. You so bad, yeah, you so vicious. I'm so glad that you not his chick. She wanted a nigga, ain't got the right one. I wanted a bag, she looking like fun. Pull up on me, baby, and spend the night. They saying I'm sprung, they right. I can't let you go without me. Shawty got me. Wait, no, mama tryna.
Nice.
Nice. Love it, Ryder. Yeah, as soon as the song came on, I was like, cool. I don't think we've had something like this. Just groovy, chill. Yeah, and really love the constant groove throughout. One thing I would say is, yeah, finding like a breath in there, maybe like a pause or something where you slow it down and then you can pick up the groove again, and maybe a few more just like groundedness in the legs, like in that first groove, really getting grounded. But yeah, that's it from me.
Yeah, very similar to Sella. I think really grounding yourself, and really kind of like finding your way to really bounce through each one, because the set just continues to flow, which is super sick. I think one other thing for me, Stella touched on it as well, just in regards to, I guess, just points where you could kind of change it up, where it wasn't just so flowy, would definitely help the dynamic of the piece. And the final thing would just be details in the arms. I think they kind of return to similar points throughout the piece. So definitely explore them, my man, with your limbs. Go for it. Yeah, but great work.
Yeah, Ryder, great job, man. I think everyone has made some really good points. I think to just touch on Ray's point about the hands, I think one thing that I notice is that sometimes people, like, you can kind of get caught with where your hands, when they're not doing something. I think that's a really important about dancing and choreo as well. It's like, what is something doing when it's not doing something? You know what I mean? Like, how do you work with that? So I think just kind of keep that in mind, because I think, again, because of that, you kind of sense that repetitiveness because of the movements coming back to it, and then you kind of see yourself back in that same position. So I think, as Ray mentioned, I think just working around that would definitely like enhance your pieces and your general overall movement. So, but all in all, man, great job.
Guys, and thanks Ryder for bringing home the Ryder vibes. Very groovy, man. Yeah, we got our last and final submission for solo category. This one is called I Am Young, submitted by Dom. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this last one.
I wanna be wild and young, and not be afraid to lose. Cry on my own, me and my bottle. These are the things I choose. But they're watching me, judging me, making me feel so used. Can't you see that all I wanna do is get a little wild, get a little high, kiss 100 boys and not feel like I'm tied to them. If you wanna judge me, then go and load the gun. I've done nothing wrong, I'm young.
Yeah, Dom, that performance felt really invested, and you really committed to what you were trying to say. I love that. Just, it felt like you were using that space as your stage. It wasn't just like, I made this up. You considered, what you're wearing, like a cup in the foreground, the poles. So I really love it. Nice work.
Yeah, 100%. I 100% agree. I think you really, it seems like from our perspective anyway, like it seems like you really took into account everything that really matters in regards to criteria, and not just for the sake of the criteria, but I think the piece itself, like Stella said, you really invested into it, and you just really went for it. I love some of the odd shapes that I think we might not have seen yet, and some of the training that's shown with some of your groundwork, which was really cool. And just, yeah, the other thing, I'm a big fan. Maybe it's just my bias, but I'm a big fan of choreography that can be quite literal in line with the music. So really great job on going for it, man.
Yeah, I think that was great, man. That was awesome to see, like, some movements. I really like that part where you did that knee lock and you put your hands straight through. I like that kind of stuff. I play around with that all the time. It's really fun. I think if anything, maybe just like refining those movements, making it really sharp and clean, a lot of strength, because especially with harder movements like that, you have like a wider chance of much more easier chance of getting it not wrong, but not as good as you'd like it to be. So I think really practicing those moves and going in on them would really help in the future. But I think that was really, as Stella mentioned, I think it was nice to just see the staging, I think was really cool. So I think that was a really awesome touch. So awesome.
Guys. And yeah, thanks Dom. That was a very powerful way to finish off our section. It was a very powerful performance. It was really nice seeing you submit your pieces as well. He's always saying something very... Dom always has like a message when he's dancing. So it's really good to see it. Alright, so now we are going to take a break, bathroom or something if you need to. moving on to the group sections. Still can turn on video. Okay, perfect. Unfortunately for the audience, Ray's background is extremely loud right now, so I'll be reading his type feedback, but he'll still be here for his reactions. Now we are moving on to the group sections. Starting us off is a very well-known group of people. We have Cashed Out Stoner by Alex Troy, Kabir, and Sam Beasley. Hope everyone enjoys.
Here we go.
Broke down with back 219 this year, got a blacked out Rover. Tickets sold out 10,000, in fact do maths, I'm a cashed out stoner. But don't fuss, God got the body, Oddie like Russ. Family first to the grave with a big fat J, or there you can smell my aroma like. One time I'ma crack that, one time my boy be a soldier. That's water, I'm off tap, I blue with the flow when that boy turn colder. That's eagle eye when I'm raving, I blacked out falcons, avoid these vultures. But as MCs going Cardi B, you should got an abortion, they killed my culture. Bar for bar, you don't get that, brother, yeah, I run the bar. The flow flipped out, brother, yeah, I run the bar. As most is like, so please get that, so please test that. Still sun kiss with the coke on a jet ski. Money comes into the man to the Drew, I make it 7 up to the max like Pepsi. Please test me. I still got brothers that breaking up rock, and I made me 100, instead me 100. So why let it face me, the lyrics are pop. I'm still what you're not, your brother run rich as a bitch. I got ladies that strip on the spot. Enter your city and pick up your pity and drive your Mercedes to whip on your block. Yeah, look what I got, look what you're not. Please sever the letter and then test on a mic.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, this was like you can just walk through, right? I used to go over there to eat Chinese food. Remember Jackson would bring Chinese food from mom?
Training.
Yeah, this is my training.
Or breaking.
Yeah.
We used to have the best canteen ever.
I make you suck dick till I make you learn. Had a broke down whip back 219 this year, got a blacked out Rover. Tickets sold out 10,000, in fact do maths, I'm a cashed out stoner. But don't fuss, girl got the body, Oddie like Russ. Family first to the grave with a big fat J, your day you can smell my, smell my, smell my.
I have so many feelings towards that.
Start us off, Howdy.
Okay, cool. Without being biased, because it's the boys and it's my school and everything, that was awesome. That was a really cool video. I think that was like pretty cool choreo. I guess because the intent was to be like this, if I'm understanding Alex Troy's mind. But I think it would have been nice to kind of just have seen a little bit more about the dancing, just to kind of get a bit more of a grasp on it. As a video, really entertaining. But I think it would have been really cool to actually just focus on the dance a little bit more, just to kind of get a bit of an understanding, especially because it's a group choreography as well. Just to kind of see how the playing field is even and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, I love the play on whatever characters they were, like your high school versions or something. But yeah, I love it. It was really cheeky and fun. And yeah, I think I like the variation of locations, and especially one of the last shots, like shooting from across the road and seeing the cars go live. I think it was really creative the way you shot it. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, Ray says plenty of edits. Definitely would have loved to see some less editing to focus on the details of the piece. But overall, very cool concept and a big fan of direction and the choreography. The video was the choreography and the video was going. Yeah, thanks, Alex. Kabir and Sam.
Fun fact, that was actually filmed at Renwick Boys High School too.
Shout out to
Like
Renwick Boys High School.
they did the whole thing, man. They did the whole get up. They went back to school. They traditional spot for me right now, Alex. Damn.
That was amazing. Right now, we've got Cecilia and Kim covering to Indigo. That's one of ours right there. Let's go, Cecilia.
You know I'm your type, right? Mark your calendar, tonight's gonna be your life's high. Light, boy. We gon' roll up, we gon' roll out. Look, this is the land of fast, especially when you used to that. First someone up your last, you can stay in your past, honey. I don't stop for no one, but I pause for you. So let's go downtown and get real high. Here be psycho to psycho analyze. Leave all of your inhibitions behind. Tonight let's test all the borderlines. Like how far does the indigo go? Boy, let's fight out, take the longer way home. And my body on superimposed right on top of yours. Oh, as far as the indigo goes, I'm hating that you're still in your clothes. Baby, touch me so hard as she on. Like, know you like a little attitude.
That's cute. Sorry, I laughed early.
Let's go, Cecil Kim.
Nice. That was so fun to watch. That was really good, guys. I really like how you guys played with how you filmed it, in the sense that you could just kind of do it in your own spaces, but make it look like it was together, even to the point of playing it around at the end where you're like facing each other and stuff. That was really awesome. I think perhaps just working on just your technique, in the sense of just like pulling those moves together a little bit tighter. I think, as well as the fact that like perhaps sometimes if you can just finish a move before it starts to the next one, can really kind of make that split definition between the two. I think that'd be really cool to see. But all in all, that was a really good watch.
Yeah, I think same thing. I love the play between the two of you. I would have loved to see more of that, actually. But I mean, it was pretty clean for, I don't know if you learnt it separately or just filmed it separately, but it was pretty clean for filming it completely separately, even like the level of the cameras, because I've done something like that before. So I really appreciate that. Yeah.
While Ray's typing, I just wanted to note out that Kim wasn't able to come out, and they were midway through creating their choreography. So it's amazing to see them still somehow making it work at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
The power of dance.
Power of dance. Ray says he loved the initiative to make the video situation work with a split view. Nice to start with the prop at the start and go into groundwork, but he would have loved to see the prop used more as opposed to just the start. Overall, though, solid work and mirroring movements. He would love to see some stronger contrast dynamics and textures next time. Thank you, Ray. And thank you, Kim and Cecil. Moving on, we have a submission from Friday Night Groove. Everybody enjoy.
What you so scared of me for? I'm just a woman. Maybe I got it all together like you think. Maybe I do. Cause yo, I'm fresh and cold. So cold. I can stand on my own. I'm magnificent. I'm a queen on the throne. I'm magnificent. I'm the magnificent. Say what, say what? I'm the magnificent. Say what, say what? I'm your sunshine and your rain. My heart, it doesn't die. My love remains. Why you can't see me? Why you crying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey yo, I'm the magnificent with the sensational style, yes. Check your head to toe, don't forget to smile, bless. If you were smart, you would try to snatch it up. Moving like a snail, when you gon' catch up, And I'm so good, how you so whack? How you let this get away, you gon' regret that. Shorty so live, from the 215, and you was too late, now I'm saying it's a shame. Shame, shame, shame. You're missing out on me. And it's a shame. You can't see a damn thing.
That was a vibe. Yeah, that was so good. That was so fun to watch. Wow, good job. I think it's hard to say because obviously, again, like when people make their choreos, there's a lot of intent and purposes. But I guess from like a dance level, I would like to see a bit more of a push in the technique kind of department. I think just stronger hits, a little bit more energy. Like if you doing a move, you can try push it a little bit more just to kind of like really get the vibe across, especially on video. Sometimes it's really hard to get that across through the digital scope of things. But I think it was really cool, and that little change at the end with its different styles and stuff, really cool, and like nice to just see how you guys work with formations as well in the video. That was really cool. Yeah, a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, that was so fun. I would pay to see you guys. I would pay good money. I don't know who any of you are, but I'm a huge fan. I'm a little bit opposite to Valdi, actually. I really enjoyed the groove of it, and I think for touching on so many foundational styles, being clean isn't necessarily ever a focus when you're learning foundations. There's so many other things to think about. But there was one time where my video lagged and you were all perfectly in time. And I think that's just a testament to not trying to be clean, but being so good at what you do. So yeah, I'm a huge fan. I loved it.
Coming from Ray, he loved the whole direction and energy of the video. The switch of scenery is great and matched the track well. Outfits were sick, KKKKKK, and it felt as heck. Touched on plenty of styles, and it felt like it made me forget as much about the detail of the tiny details of the choreography. Agree with Sela, but also resonate with Valdi on details too, maybe due to crew background, but overall soulful as heck. Yeah, thank you, Friday night. That was definitely very enjoyable to watch. Next up, we got cute choreo from Johnny, Day, and Nicholas. I don't know who this Johnny guy is though.
분위기 살려 어머 사람 살려 Let's give it up, live it up, baby 날아 나 밟아줘 세상이 나를 뭐라 판단해도 그냥 사는 거야 생긴 대로 나 밟아지를 입고서 짝다리를 짚고서 한쪽 다리를 떨면서 건들건들거리면서 멋있진 않지만 가끔 멋지진 않아 웃긴 놈이지만 우습지 않지나 맛이 안 가지 나 원래 막은 놈이니까 얼굴 두껍지만 지갑도 두껍지 나 내 신발은 광이 나지 내 여자는 쌈박하지 내 어깨 뽕 들어가지 내 바지는 나팔바지 나팔바지 나팔라팔라팔 나팔바지
난 파도가 머물던 모래 위에 적힌 글씨처럼 그대가 멀리 사라져버린 것 같아 더 그리워 나의 일기장 안에 모든 말을 다 꺼내어 줄 순 없지만 사랑한다는 말아요.
Damn, that Johnny guy, whoever that was.
Never heard of him, but he did a great job, I reckon.
New school, man. That's some.
Yeah.
That was some joke things. Nah, that was awesome, man. That was a good watch. How do I go about this? I think I like the performance value of it all. I really liked it. I think with the dancing part, especially because I'm assuming you guys were mostly doing a lot of locking, but then a big select choreo as well. I think just like really tightening, especially with locking, particularly from my knowledge, it's really just getting those really nice shapes. You know what I mean? A lot of stops and finishes, really strong manner, I would say, but and also encapsulating a lot of that groove as well. So I think there's like a really fine balance between the two. For the choreo part, it was really nice. I think maybe just again for me, just dynamically, just adding more textures, maybe reaching out a little bit further with your movements, just to kind of get a bigger range, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think it was really cool.
Yeah, that was so enjoyable to watch. So cheeky. I love cheeky performances because I'm not that kind of performer. So I really enjoyed it. I think like, yeah, a few technical things of like just spacing, you know, like when you're transitioning, really being clean about it, even though it's like comical, but still landing in that spots in those, yeah, formations. So yeah, formations and transitions, but yeah, I enjoyed it so much.
Thanks, guys. From Ray, he said he loved the comedic and entertainment value infused with the dancing. The track switch and vibe change midway through really helped contrast the energy. He just next time would love to see a bigger push with technique of dancing to match the effectiveness of the song and direction. All right. Thank you to those boys for such for
Whoever those dudes were.
performance, whoever they are. But thanks a lot, Nick and David. But yeah, moving on, we have a popping duo from MODSoc. Very relatively new dancers, but they still pushed to make this choreography piece. We have Steven and Ryan. Hope we all enjoy. It's called Amazing Connect Choreo in all caps.
Still think of you too, if only you knew. When I'm feeling a bit down and I wanna pull through, I look over your photograph and I think how much I miss you. I miss you. I wish I knew where I was, 'cause I don't have a clue. I just need to work out some way of getting me to you, 'cause I don't ever find love like ours out here in a million years, a million years. Trying to find a way back home to you again. I gotta get back to you, gotta get back to you. My location unknown, trying to find a way back home to you again. I gotta get back to you, gotta get back to you. I just need to know that you're safe, given that I'm miles away. On the first flight, back to your side. I don't care how long it takes, I know you'll be worth the wait. On the first flight, back to your side.
Thank you, Steven and Ryan.
Nice. That was such like wholesome vibes there. No, that was really nice to watch. I think first and foremost, I think just working on your confidence, man. I think that's like such a vital part about dancing. I think a lot of it can attribute to how you dance, and I think if you guys just kind of keep dancing, I think just there's no secret to it. I think if you guys just keep dancing, keep doing it, you'll eventually kind of gain that confidence and then a little bit more secure with your moves. Because I definitely see where you guys are going, and you've got the right idea. I think it's just kind of getting a little bit more of that confidence in, and just working on technique, mixing all that. I know you guys are going to go real fast. So awesome job.
Yeah, I agree with Valdi. It was so wholesome to watch, and keep training. And I love the cannons and interacting with a partner, but just considering with the cannons, like timing, really being specific with your counts, and so that we can see the cannon really with a lot of clarity. And if another offer I can make is, like maybe switching sides and formations, or having a bit more interaction as partners, but individually it felt so authentic from you both. So really well done. I loved it.
From Ray, he loved the effort and energy throughout the video. Would love to see refining of details and committing to lines and weight changes, being super sure of where you're going and what shapes you're going for. Overall, agree with Valdi surrounding confidence and backing your love for dance with consistent training. Good work, boys.
Don't worry, Ray, it happens all the time.
Yeah. Thanks, Steven and Ryan, for that amazing Connect choreo. All caps, all caps, all caps. All right, next up we have a girl style duo, Kathy and Jessica, covering Nasty by Ariana Grande.
Promise I'm still gonna love you when you wake up in the AM.
just wanna make time for you. Swear it's just right for you. Like this person designed for you. 10 out of 5 on you. Know I was out on the line for you. Bet I look nice on you. Open my mind for you. Don't wanna wait on it tonight. I wanna get nasty. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Don't wanna wait on it tonight. I wanna get nasty. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Don't wanna wait on it tonight. I wanna get nasty. Tonight I wanna get. Boy, you know the vibes. I don't waste no time. Take what's on your mind, make it real life. Get all the homies to bounce. Sit from the bed to the couch. Get to know how I'm feeling inside. So much conversation, words so sweet. But so I behave, but boy, I'm weak. Yeah, my body's gotta say something to you. There's one way to tell us we don't wanna wait on it tonight. I wanna get nasty. What you waiting for? Don't wanna wait on it tonight. I wanna get nasty. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Don't wanna wait on it tonight. I wanna get nasty. Tonight I wanna get. Tonight I wanna get.
Nice.
Nice, cool. That was really cool. Yeah, good job, guys. I like how you guys use your spacing as well, moving, kind of have a bit of movement around between the two of you. I think that was really good touch. I think kind of like what Ray said previously, I think just a little bit more commitment in those movements. I think we could really just kind of tighten up those shapes a little bit more. And I think just a little bit more push in those movements, I think just could make it so much more stronger. Yeah, as I said, like the more committed you are to it, the more like power it's gonna feel. But all in all, that was really cool. Good job.
Yeah, I love the patience in there, especially at the start, you know, just really going to the slower rhythm of the song. And I love how much you moved around. I think one thing you can consider for next time is when you move around the walking, sometimes the performance was dropped a little bit. Like there was so many nice moments where you interact with each other. And then when you change positions, maybe consider how you can make that something, even still dancing through it, or even as you're walking, still interacting with each other, so it doesn't drop in energy. Yeah.
From Ray, he says, good work on the P scales. Really enjoyed the constant bouncing off each other. Some interactive partner work might have taken it to another level. Technique-wise, body language and committing to poses, stances, and focus would really hit well. Definitely push and keep training to improve lines and details of moves. Thank you, Ray. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Kathy and Jessica, for the submission. We have 3 more left. Starting us off for the last 2, we have Jasmine, April, and Mackie with their piece called Jam Week.
I don't know what it is that you've done to me, but it's caused me to act in such a crazy way. Whatever it is that you do when you do what you're doing, oh no, it's a feeling that I wanna stay. 'Cause my heart starts beating triple times with thoughts of loving you on my mind, but I can't figure out just what to do when the cause and cure is you. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control and something takes over me in the days. Your love so amazing, this is not a phase. I want you to stay with me by my side. I swallow all of my pride. Your love is so sweet, it knocks me right off of my feet. Can't explain why your love makes me weak.
She's my sunshine and rain.
Yeah,
So wholesome.
nice, guys. Yeah, I love all the wholesome vibes. Cool guys, that was so good. I think I really enjoyed how you guys work with the blocking stuff. That was really cool to see at the beginning, the formation stuff. That was really creative. I think it's nice to see a bit of a change in what we've seen already. I think again, just really just commitment to moves. I think and working, sorry, just to clarify as well, just a little bit like timing issues as well, just to kind of clean that up. I think the more time you put into that kind of stuff, the better the results, obviously. And I think, yeah, just committing to your movements. And it is, personally, it is a bit tough to kind of get the performance value, especially with masks. But I think I could still get a sense that you guys were putting yourself out there and putting yourself into it, which is good.
Yeah, I loved the tableaus you were making right from the get-go. It was so considered and everything was moving and everything was really intentional. But yeah, when things were in unison, I think it was like the first big part of unison was when you joined into the line. Just I think more something that will help is thinking about your angles. It's not necessarily the timing too much. It's like the texture of it, like how much energy you're putting into the move to be in time with each other. And then the angles in which you're turning your body. So there was a few moments where it was to the diagonal, but everyone's diagonal is kind of different. So yeah, but other than that, I really loved it. It was so creative.
Ray's words are big fan of your movement and formation skills. Love that even that there was a focus person. The side pieces were accenting the focus. Really enjoyed so much of this piece. Continue pushing to improving technique, to obviously pushing synchronicity, but also confidence in finishing moves. Keep going, girls. Great work. PS, love the track. Yeah, thanks Jasmine, April, and Mackie. We have two more left. Second last one, we have Fresh Tuts by Dom and Addison. I will have to correct that. My bad. Sorry, man.
It's not that I don't want you here. Yeah. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is in the visions I replay. Sit right next to you. Yeah, I try not to show how I feel about you. You wish you away, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you. Yeah.
I love it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that was cool, guys. It's nice to see a different style again for this one. That was like different, like I guess with the music choice as well, and the style is really nice to kind of see this put together. I love that song. I think one thing is definitely just like, I guess with tutting, because it is all about like cleanliness. It's all about those lines and such. So I think like really kind of working on those details can really kind of like make the difference. I think just sharpening those up will make it so much more like visually, aesthetically pleasing. I guess another thing too with performance, it's a little bit tough because a lot of the dancing is in the hands, but I think you guys could add a little bit more emphasis on how you're doing it as opposed to just the shapes of it, if that makes sense. But no, it was really cool, guys. I love the change of style and just like how you guys interpreted that song and everything.
Yeah, and piggybacking off what Valdi said, I think with performance, something worth thinking about is considering your intention with your body, because there's so much focus on the arms. So even if it is, say, you know, your body's really relaxed, but your arms are clean and moving through it, or is your body really still and then it's relaxed together? So just as long as your intention is in sync, I think that'll be great. And often the thing with tutting to camera is like making sure it's 2D to camera, because there's a very big difference between like being here and being there and throwing the angle off. So there was only a few moments where that happened, but overall it was really, really clean and tight, boys. So well done.
Ray says, great work, boys. Not so well versed with tutting myself, but love the song choice. I think pushing for the details, like Valdi said, would really help us watch it and hear the track better. Resonate with Seller too about body language would help a ton in performance value. yeah, thanks, Ray. And thanks, Dom and Anderson as well, for it's always refreshing to see like cutting. I didn't understand how the human body is able to work that way. All right, our final one, we have a piece from Aki, Jesse, and Eddie called Aphrodite. A lucky last, everyone.
You're that gorgeous Aphrodite, well known for her love and beauty. You took me and you bathed me in your water, fountain, left me yearning for more, and I can't take it anymore. If I can have this dance tonight, I promise that you won't forget. I've been searching all my life for something that I won't regret. Could it be that you're the one I'm looking for?
Ooh, nice. That was a cool direction. Yeah, first and foremost, that was really cool, guys. I'm not really familiar with these dudes, but that was a really awesome job. Really nice video, really nice direction. Really clean too, which is really nice. I think if you kind of want to further that, just really kind of hone in on those like details, especially when you're dancing in a group, making sure that everyone's pretty much on the same page, you know, like the little bit of indifference can make a big difference. I think what I usually tell people for advice is like taking snapshots of your dancing, you know, in the moment, as opposing to waiting till you're on a pose. Just take a snapshot while you're dancing, see how it looks, then you can kind of adjust. I think with the shapes and stuff, that was really cool. And I think, yeah, that was a really good job. I can't say too much about it, but yeah, I think just what I said kind of on my mind.
Yeah, that Valdi said what I would have said about, and I love that tip that he gave about taking a snapshot while you're dancing, because I think a lot of the time it's not so much the movement, but like the angle at which you're holding the shape. But for me, I loved the creativity in that video, like the camera angle. It felt really intimate. So it felt like I shouldn't have been there. So you did a great job at making me feel like that. Yeah, I loved it.
From Ray, really big kudos to direction and creativity with the video, from lighting to camera work, commitment to character and direction. Solid work, boys. Definitely work towards details for synchronicity with torso and lines. Valdi and Stella all nailed it with the feedback. Yeah, I reckon the live stream chat is gonna pop off once that video starts playing. That was insane. Yeah, that concludes our group submissions and all the submissions for MODSoc Connect tonight. Before we start announcing the winners, thank you to everyone who have submitted something. It was amazing to see all these different kinds of performances come through, not just like the typical choreo. That would have been very bad to say, but the typical choreo, what we others might have expected. Some very traditional, some very groovy, and all styles focused. But it was amazing to see everyone come together and connect through this event. And yeah, let's just get to the winners. Valdi, would you like to announce the top 3 for the solo category?
Okay. So first and foremost, great job, everyone. It was such a pleasure to be judging alongside these amazing dancers, Stella and Ray. In regards to the solo guys, awesome job. It was just amazing to see so many people that I've come across, and just even from even seeing other people from around the world putting in stuff, and that's just really crazy to see. So to start off with, we've got third place, and we've got Kara. Woo! Awesome job, Kara. Your piece was really good. It was really nice to see how you expressed with that song. Yeah, it was just a pleasure to watch. So good job. Second place, we've got Emily. Nice. Yes. Such a great set. I think your dynamic and your tech, like the way you played with it, the ground level move, the performance value, I think that was a lot to enjoy from your piece. So yeah, be super proud of yourself. It was amazing to watch that. And to number one. So let's get that drum roll, people. We got number one, and we've got Sam. Let's go. Yeah, man, Sam. Dude, you took it out, man. It was such a simple video, nothing required other than just your vibe and your skills. That was such a pleasure to watch. Yeah, man, technique-wise, like you're real strong. You've really worked on your foundations, and your creativity is on another level too. I really like how you just kind of play around, not just between styles, but just in your movement in general. And obviously the most important factor for me personally, I think your performance value is so high, through the roof, man. I really enjoy watching you dance. I think you did an awesome job with this one. So yeah, man, congrats and awesome job.
Congrats everyone. Thank you, Valdi. And congrats to Kara, Emily, and Sam. Keep a lookout on your emails for your winnings. Yeah, and a good job, everyone. Everyone else as well. Like, everyone did an amazing job. Now moving on to Stella for the group category winners. Stella, when you're ready.
Okay, so it was so fun to watch, both solos and groups. When we were judging groups, it actually took us a while because we really considered there were some groups that had a lot of editing and then some groups that didn't. So I think for us, we took it down to, I guess, what was accessible to, with certain people having COVID or COVID protocols that they would have had to work with. So we kind of minused a few things to and see where effort was put in with different things, like, you know, thinking about considering the camera and the relationship to camera, and how movement can translate differently, thinking about different shots, close up, far away, all those things. So with that being said, third place was the beautiful duo Indigo. Congratulations. Good stuff. It was super clean for being filmed so separately. So yeah, super impressive. For second place, this one was so great. We have Cashed Out Stoner. It was so fun, and yeah, your guys was obviously one of the more heavily edited ones. So even when we minused that away, we thought, oh look, they're putting in effort into like the whole concept, like acting, costume, location, shots from across the road, all of those things. So well done, guys. So deserving. And first place to Friday Night Groove.
Let's go!
Incredible. Just such high level of performance, quality, the costuming, the everything. It was just so good. So yeah. Yay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you to all the group submissions. Congratulations to Cecilia and Kim, Alex, Kabir, and Sam, and all of Friday Night Groove on their winnings. Make sure to check your contacts for your prizes. And lastly, yeah, thank you very much to all the judges, Stella, Ray, Valdi, for taking the time. It was an honor having you guys here and just look through these submissions. Yeah, hope you guys really enjoyed your time here.
Yeah, I loved it. Thank you
definitely,
so much for having us.
Yeah, like for sure. I think I just want to put out there as well, I think if anyone is like, I guess for myself, I don't want to speak for the rest of the guys, but if you would like to, you know, talk about feedback a little bit more in depth, or you want to talk a little bit more about dance, like please feel free hit us up and stuff like that. But yeah, just so we can kind of follow up with this whole process, because I know it takes a lot of effort. So I don't want it to just be a one-time thing and it's done. There's a lot more where we can grow from here.
Totally same. Yeah, great.
For those who are watching the stream, we'll put all their Instagram handles on the screen somewhere, over here, over there, maybe on their faces, who knows. But yeah, make sure to hit them up. But yeah, that ends Connect. Thank you for everyone who has submitted and performed for this event. It was really amazing to see all these pieces all across, not just Sydney, but globally, come in and just entertain us all. And thank you for the audience who tuned in. Hope you guys enjoyed your time. Look forward to any other events that we might have in the future, hopefully in person. Check out MODSoc on their Facebook page and our Instagram. We'll put the links up here somewhere. And please do not forget to vote in the People's Choice Award. We will leave the link up here and also in the Facebook event page. Yeah, and then have your say in who gets to win these MODSocs, which are right here, designed by our amazing April. Yeah, and we all hope that you guys enjoyed watching the stream. Yeah, thank you everyone. Hope you have a good night.